Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. How to start? Um, as a being, you can realize that what you are is not personal. As a person, you believe, you think you are this body-mind which took birth, which is totally normal to think so. But it is as a person. No, I think the difference between the life of those who do not ask what is being, what is all that, and the one who search for it and who finally keeps quiet about that search, is that in the life of the person, means body-mind, that life will be alternated between some moments of nothing, some moments freed from anything, everything, and all the moments busy with a personal life, sure. But that makes a big difference for those who search. And here, one has to understand, to drop the idea that as a person, one day will live all the time in this obvious nothingness. It will be an alternative. It will be, not alternative, it will come and go. Experiences. But an experience which will not make him search anymore. Because he has seen. He has seen what's the background, what's being, what's what you cannot even imagine or conceive. Voila. I don't know if it is clear or not. You can let's share. If you have anything to share. If something still occupies your mind about all this affair of enlightenment and freedom, what is meant by I am that, or to be, it's your birthright to ask. You are here to ask for it. And if those questions don't arise, happy you, means your mind lost its power about this. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask about the person's preferences? So I am that, and the person continues to have, she prefers this or she prefers that, or she's more comfortable with this choice or that choice. Does it matter?
No problem.
No problem. Thank you.
Everybody's free. What do you make now about this sentence you may never heard? The great way is not difficult for those who do not have preferences. What do you make out of that?
It challenges this person.
Yes, it is not addressed to this person. Simply. It is just pointing out, trying to point out what could be there, which is not grasped by the mind eventually. Yeah.
There is a sense of should.
Of what?
There is a sense of should. I should have no preferences. I should be
yeah,
always...
because you, but why? Why you think so?
Like it's more spiritual.
Exactly. But that's what I brought this spiritual pointing, if you want to see it like this. It's not addressed to the person. It is addressed to the person who is conscious. But what's this consciousness? Do I speak of body? It's not the body who is conscious. The mind is conscious when there is an object I'm conscious of. So it stops when there is no object, this kind of consciousness. It's personal. So all that continues with preferences and not. So when the wise say, the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences, he really exactly show it doesn't address himself to a person.
This person doesn't die.
The person dies, sure. The person dies. What is a person? Tell me now. To tell what you said. What's a person for you?
The difficult one who is seen, who has these preferences and desires and attachments.
Okay, so you speak of the mind
Yes.
and the body.
Yes.
That dies, isn't it? Oh,
I mean, to die before I die. I would like this person to give me less trouble.
Yeah, but you speak of many different levels of things at once. So okay, you want to die before you die. Yeah. This I understand, you know. Yeah. But to say that the person doesn't die, this I don't understand. So how will we meet? Where do... You have not to die before you die. It's just you. If you are interested, you may realize that actually who I am, I cannot grasp it. And when I grasp it, I make it a something, and that something will die. So What dies is what appears. Then it can disappear. It will disappear. So can we know something which doesn't appear? Even to say suddenly, oh, I am consciousness. It's a thought. It becomes a thought. Nothing wrong when it came from, you don't know, you call it from what I am in fact, but not as a person. But you cannot depend on a thought, because if you say I'm consciousness, thinking I'm conscious of everything, and this will not happen all the time in your life. Sometimes you can be like this, sometimes, most of the time you are not like this. And then you search, oh, I should be all the time aware of. You see? And that is the dramatic trap of spirituality, that's sure. Because it's misunderstood, because in fact they don't mean that. Those who speak about, those who point out something that they don't even know. They don't know, but the mind lost the power to want to possess it or to know, you know? And that's great. So it's not great because you attained anything, it's great because you are finally at peace with not knowing. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was reading Ramana yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and one passage that really was striking for me. He said that we are freed from all of our karma if we look inside and inquire into this I, and see that actually behind all the actions there's nobody doing them.
Mm-hmm.
And in this moment we're freed from all of our karma.
Yes, every time you see that, yeah. You are free every time you see that.
It's amazing. It's amazing, right?
It is amazing. It is. It removes the search. If you see that, of course, the life continues with its duality and ups and downs. Sure, it is not from the life that you say that. Life looks like very much karmic. But if you speak like this, it's because you speak from somewhere else, from where you are, in fact. And that is available every now and then. So every time you can say that, you are free, sure. It doesn't mean the person is free. Do you finally understand that?
Yeah, but when looking, you see that the person isn't truly there, so this freedom goes beyond the person, right?
When it happens, in the moment this is seen, yeah? What about your 24 hours? What you make out of that?
I don't know if it's true, but it feels when I see this, it feels like such a relief that it also shapes the rest of the day somehow. This seeing.
It can color for a while till something removes the color. That's true. It's true. That's why it is also wisely said, don't forget to be vigilant here and there. Not so that the mind doesn't overpower all the time your mind. Yeah.
I mean, just this fact to see this is already so amazing that all the rest is imagination, even if it's still there, but
I have nothing to say if you are happy. It's of course it's a relief. Of course it's a relief. Just don't make something out of it. Means don't try to make your life something out of it. Just keep it pristine as it is.
thank you so much. I just appreciate so much.
I think we have to thank the first wise who spoke, isn't it? I don't know when it's... Yeah. And thank your search if it gave you this relief. At some point, you see, you have also to see what your own inspiration says, not always referring to Ramana or Buddha or Papaji, where you get inspired and then you live for a moment what you love, but it didn't come from you. So why you always need such an authority to be yourself? You are yourself before you read that. While you read that, and you can fully appreciate and love it. And after, that's because you see, it's very inspiring and happily all that is there, but it is said repetitively, you are already that, you see, and that you have to see by yourself. You don't need to be confirmed by another voice. But as long as you need that voice, wonderful. Okay, lucky, but know this also.
I think this is about tasting the confirmation of it, which I told you last time.
Why should you need a confirmation? When I read, it's because, first of all, it's rare, but when I read, I can enjoy. I really do enjoy. I don't need confirmation. Confirmation means the ground is still not very firm. It's okay, because you make me speak like this. That will make you aware now. Of course, one can enjoy, but do you need to read to know who you are? Do you need to be confirmed? That is the loop too much. That's the movement too much in the end. Of course, we pass our journey with so many steps and so on. I don't speak of that, and of course. But in the end, if you want the end of it, what more they can tell than yourself? It's a blessing we have them as inspirers, you see, to encourage, to give flame to this petrol we have, this fire, more fire, and so on. But there still means, you say, tools, you'd say.
So sorry, can I ask?
Sure, of course.
So you are not confirming.
It's not an attainment which has to be confirmed. Yeah. So, you want to hear something else? Something? Or this is a good time just to keep quiet? Life is very busy, so it's great to have satsang, sure. But if there is any curiosity about all this spiritual subject and or philosophical or whatever name, feel free to ask. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
You told me to stay at the root of the mind.
Okay.
How do I know that I am at the root of the mind?
When you don't ask this question. Why? If you ask this question, you go out. Isn't it? You follow a movement.
Yes.
Okay. Just be aware of that. Yeah. Nothing wrong, but be aware. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
For a long time, this questions, ideas were in my mind, like, do I need to get triggered? Do I need to transcend some habits or so? But I feel it comes from the mind, or from the person who wants to be a better person, better spiritual seeker or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I confirm.
That's good.
And so what comes next if you are confirmed like this? What is?
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's some inner intuition which also somehow answers the question, not by answering them, but somehow with an
Okay.
energy, like drop. It's
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, you see, when you say drop, yeah, but at the same time, don't be afraid of whatever appears. Just let it naturally disappear so that you can see, oh, I am not what appears and disappears. Otherwise, in life, you are totally identified or not according to circumstances, and it doesn't remove a iota of being yourself. But you see, if you still search, it's important to know what's going on, what's what. Yeah, I think. In fact, we don't know if there is anything else or whatever, but we can know that whatever we think we know or we understand or we experience and all that, surely it needs I and an object. And that object goes on changing. So it cannot be what I am, because then I would be like a cuckoo, thinking I go on changing all the time. But it's not the case. There is a kind of owner of that. So who is this owner? Who is this one who gives light to things, and even the light is not it, because you can die, you can sleep, you don't see the light. But what's prior to all that? And this answer you will never know. But you are just quietened forever. It looks about this search, and that's amazingly great.
I have a question.
Sure.
Because you started talking about glimpse and the power of that glimpse, and I have a question about that.
Sure.
I guess maybe because in my experience there's something that comes back, and maybe need help processing something. Because when a glimpse happened, let's say like in that the like when the I person thought was first seen,
Yeah.
it and the world were kind of one in a way. So when that was seen, whatever was left was left, and so my question is, in this seeing there were some like this, there was no words there. There's no Ramana, no master, nothing. But here's my question. So in this, let's say, timeless moment, there was the absence of some things.
Yeah.
Or there is the absence of
Yeah.
some things that is expressed without words.
Yeah.
For example, the absence of cause and effect, and
Mhm.
or the absence of definitions or
Mhm.
meaning.
Yeah.
So, but these things were being revealed without words or without thought.
Yeah.
Now, when you say one time, somebody here was asking, it's there, you can taste. You told him, you can taste, don't go in your mind.
Mm.
It's available anytime.
Mm.
So this happened, maybe I agree with you, it's available.
Yeah.
But then there's no wordless communication, let's say, that a lot of times it's just silent, and there's maybe some all I'm asking about this maybe it was this darshan was so do glimpses happen in varying degrees, and intensities, because
yeah,
it
the
leaves some
aspects of it, the what the mind will tell about the quality of it, that has different degrees, but then it's the mind which tries to explain or to tell something about it, and the mind is limited, so it's an aspect. Aspects will be different, but you see, but that's why they are called glimpses, because in a glimpse you see an aspect very deep, very something that you never saw before, and it looks so real. But the mind comes back, of course, as usual, because we are still alive. But then you take the comments of the mind for real, and then you see, oh, but just now, I don't live it like this, I don't see it like this. So you think you are out of it, and so on. These are glimpses. If that processes doesn't arise seriously, because you know what's the mind and all that, you can call it realization. It means you have seen who you are, and it's not even as you said, yes, it's the absence of things, of course, it's silence, of course, it's said everywhere anyway, but still it's a comment of the mind. So it is that, but it's not only that. And from where you just express what you said, that's what you are.
Yeah.
I mean, or we may not say anything, we don't know, but there is something from where all this comes. And what you wanted to why I reply to you like this?
Well, I'm not sure why I asked also.
But
But
so we are in a very common ununderstandable.
yeah.
But is there a question?
I'm not
There
sure
is
if there was
some
really a question.
kind of
I
something.
guess because it comes back. It comes back.
But
this
what
thing.
comes back? Tell me.
It comes back. Sometimes I guess I'm questioning is. Is it that that the first glimpse is special, and then the next ones kind of become normal?
Don't depend on your glimpse. Nothing wrong with the glimpse, because in fact it is the interpretation. You see, oh, I experience this way, and next time, oh, I experience in more normal way, because I start to know what it is. Lucy, I start to know what it is. Where is it? In the mind, in the memory. So just okay, you have experience, okay, but don't make it a belief that you are more or less than what you are ever. You will never know it. It is described often as unknown and all that. And finally we take it, yeah, it's unknown, I know I am that, it's unknown. But in fact, it's really unknown. There is nobody there to know. And it's not that I am nobody, so I know this unknown. All this is absolutely bullshit. It can happen in the search because our journey is full of investigation and experiments. But really, one doesn't know. And what? That's it.
Thank you. I feel to bring you in.
But no, it's good. I am asking for that.
Yeah.
Because the slightest
Exactly.
movement, even if it is just a little bubble, will trouble you if you think it's important or if you feel it's too much. So it's good to tell. I encourage, Yeah, sure. So now you know.
I want to say I know already.
Yeah,
but
you knew, but you needed my
but,
confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was some shaky ground, maybe a little bit.
Oh, don't think too much what it is. Just receive wildly. That's it. No processes. Oh, nothing. No processing. I don't like those words.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, the real problem with all those words of processing and all that, I'm sorry to bring it, but it's important. It's like, okay, I'm myself, I heard it enough and I start to believe it and I may have even a glimpse of it. But this still is showing up, as if it will not showing up to the end of your life. So what to process? No. You will process well when you don't believe in processing anymore. All this is, the appearance will go on in its own way. Small, big, whatever. And it doesn't mean anything about what is. Otherwise, you are somebody having attained some state, which is all right if you are all right with that. But to me, then I explain what I see. And then, of course, you have to be careful to maintain a certain state, which didn't allow this little bubble and whatnot. And so you hope one day that state will be ideally as you imagine, without bubbles. No, because it's not a state what is. And it doesn't belong and it's not the attainment of anybody. It's even maybe too much what I said, what I know, but finally it's only what I know. But it has a tremendous effect, is that for some reason it removes the ontological search, the religious search, the metaphysical search, the philosophical search. It removes it, which is a great thing in somebody's life if he was busy with this kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. So it's nothing, but it is also amazingly something. It's such a benefit not to be entangled again in some ontological search for the one who had it.
Hi, Ganga.
Hey.
it seems to me that is difficult to live without some kind of command from authority, but at the same time, or it's some kind of that movement comes from stillness.
Mm-hmm.
Any movement, any action. So I have trouble dealing with that. Trouble dealing with that.
Dealing with that. Yeah, sure, me too. I mean, how can you control movements? All this universe is looking like a big chaos, I am sure. It's only a look, but then what? You want to not to be troubled.
No, I don't want.
What is the stillness for you? What do you mean by stillness?
No movement of the mind.
Yeah, but who knows that? Somebody. So you see, that's why there is a trouble, because it's the mind. Stillness also happens in this apparent world. That's why you can describe and compare and all that. So as it is the mind, it will never remain all the time so. So that is natural, that there is a shift between stillness and noise, let's say like that. But you will not solve the noise by trying to be more still as you know, as you experience it, because that is also a state of the mind. I think here the best is to ask. It's easy to ask when you are noisy, who is noisy? But also when you are still, trouble that stillness, asking who is still. And then don't go into any answer of duality. Don't go into any answer which will be presented to you. That is sure. Just to show you that they are just appearances. Those two states, it's still an appearance. And then you may not that you will not be troubled. Which human doesn't prefer stillness and joy and love? Of course, we do all prefer that. But you will be quietened about the drama, natural drama of the human. maybe. And if not, it's human. I mean to say, I think there is a way to see what it is not, which can appease the human. So know that stillness is still a state.
I have done that, and
Okay.
the I disappeared for some time.
Yeah, but you are fascinated by the disappearance, which is an experience. It's because you believe the appearance is real, so the disappearance becomes real. And that will come and go too.
There was a pain of coming back, let's say.
Yeah, because you thought disappearance was more real. Okay.
Si.
Okay.
and then comes some kind of, oh, I'm here, I have to do something now, you know.
Yeah, you have to live your life, that's sure.
That's troubling me.
Which kind of ideal you have? It's your ideal which troubles you. It's not your life. You want to be a monk in a cave.
I want to do a pilgrimage.
A what?
Pilgrimage.
Hein? Pèlerinage. Ben, be a pilgrim? What is the problem? Just be it. But no, it's your way of life and you love it. Just be a pilgrim. Go to all the beautiful holy places and then you will find new holy places, more secret. And be a pilgrim? Well, wonderful. I love it. It was not so difficult, isn't it? Okay, great. Okay.
Thank you.
No. Every place of pilgrimage is, in fact, it is to give an occasion to someone, to a pilgrim and some to the other people. When they reach that place, then suddenly they are not in their mind because they fulfilled something which is not materialistic or objective. So that's what offers the pilgrimage's places. It's not a new belief or a new faith. It is to be freed from a moment from your mind. So it's a beautiful way of life also, as you like.
Yeah. I guess it just took time to remove beliefs around this deep desire to do that.
You were a tree?
A tree?
You
Why?
say leaves.
No, beliefs.
A belief. You know. Yeah, wonderful. And where there is satsang, it's a pilgrimage place.
That's why I like it here.
That's why you can say, I don't take beliefs. So, last minute? No? Okay. What's going on? Ah, still. Yeah, you are last minute, huh? So what?
Before I had
Oh.
Hello. Okay. Mm, I can only refer something maybe. Before I had a sensation that I am here to be more thirsty of being in this no mind state.
Yeah.
But even this disappeared because even this is like.
Oh, you saw well. Then we can end up here. It's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Why should a fish be thirsty in water? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have no answer.
Yeah, me too. Just it's a funny image. So, thank you very much.